Okay, so let's look at this. Sorry about the little mix-up. Let's look at this. We're in the C box here. Here's 1, 4, 5. Here's 1. Here's your C. Here's where you play it. Right there. Okay. Here's A minor. Here's D minor. Here's E minor. Here's F. And then G is over here. All in the C box. All in the C box. And then half diminished. So, but that's a separate case. But it's fun. It's fun to learn that stuff. Matter of fact, music is easy enough that once you learn something, you want to learn something else. But at first, if you try to take it all on at once, that's no fun. Because you have to remember and internalize things. You build as slowly at your own pace. So the string shapes in this diatonic C box, this is the first 1, 2, 3, 4 frets of your guitar. So this would be fret number 4. If this is zeros, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, diatonically. Okay, we got triads here. We got pentatonic. Diatonic's over here. You know, so diatonic. Remember this string shapes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roots, starting from C and going up and coming back around. Okay, so it's like a Q. You know what a Q is? First in, last out. That's a Q. So first in, last out. So we start here, C to G to D to A to E to C. Okay. So, but that's a weird one because you're not starting on the C. You know, if I took these 3 guys and put them here on top like that, now we do it C to G to D to E to A, E to C again. Okay, so it's first in, first out is a Q. Anyway, that's just you know, computer stuff. So we have our diatonic here. We have our string shapes here. Now we're going to go to the D minor. We're going to have the parent of the D minor is the F. That's F second inversion. Here's the F. The parent of the E minor is the G. Okay, now we're going to go and substitute for the D minor, we're going to substitute the F, which is in the E shape, and it's just the string shape fourth. I know that's a little difficult, but it's easier to see that the string shape fifth for the G, for the E minor, instead of playing it in C, we're going to pretend the whole thing is a G box like that. So that's how we do it. Alright, so now let's look at our minors with the substitutions. So we got E minor here, we got D minor. In the C box, these are the shapes. E minor is the E minor shape, D minor is the D minor shape. Okay, but we're going to be modulating those shapes as we go up the fretboard. Normally, they're going to be combinations of each other. So, you know, you can play a D minor shape up here, same D minor shape. So we're not going to have weird shapes. They're going to be the same shapes, but they're going to be variations, you know, as you go up in the cage word and down in a pentatonic scale. So ascending pentatonic scale. So right here, the main trick, this is all you have to do. So you learn the string shapes. C is 3, 4, 5, G is 6, 7 root, E is 7 root 2, rather G is 5, 6, 6, 7 root, E is 7 root 2, A is D is 2, 3, 4. So they're connected. The string shapes are connected by the same note because they're actually encaged, right? So C is 3, 4, 5, whereas G is 6, 7 root. Let's look at that now with the diatonic over here. Okay, C is 3, 4, 5. All right, encaged, it shares that 5 with the A. A goes 5 to 6. Encaged, it shares that 6 with the G. 6 goes to 7 root. Encaged, G shares that 7 root with the E. Okay, so this is in the word caged. We're almost there, 3, 4, 5, and then the C shares that 5 with the A shape right there. We're not almost there. And then the 6 is shared with the G shape. The root is shared, the 7 root is shared with the E shape. The 2 is shared with the D shape. So that's what's going on with the string shapes. They all have common notes like that. So over here, we have our substitutions for the minors, but all we're going to do is select, instead of selecting a 5, we're going to select a 6. So if we were doing a C string shape, 3, 4, 5, we're not going to play that 5. We're just going to play 3 and 4. We're not going to play that 5. And then we go to 6, 7 root, we're going to play the 6. Okay, and we're going to play the root. We're not going to play the 7 or the 4 in pentatonic. Okay, only in root. And that 4 is going to be the root. See how easy it is? All we have to do is know the diatonic string shapes. This is all you have to memorize right here. And the rest of it is history. That's it. Okay? You're not going to have to worry about the 4 is here, the 4 is here. Because when you do the 4th, you can consider it a root. You see what I'm saying? People like Eric Haugen would like to hear this kind of thing, you know, because he's always talking about tonal centers and you know, giving the minor or the modal its own key, its own root. So that, you know, D minor would be root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root, instead of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2 in the key of C. Even though I did the same Dorian scale, so, you know, it's like, so it's giving its own scale, and that's good. With that much said, we're almost done here. So when we go into, we have our substitution. C shape goes to E shape. Just pretend you're playing an E shape. Pretend you're playing a G shape. Everybody does that anyway. So I'm going from C shape, you know, C shape diatonic. But when I go to the G shape, I'm not going to play a diatonic. I'm going to play a pentatonic, like that. So that's why we're looking at the pentatonic, and then you can do the triads additionally. Anything you can do pentatonic, you can do triatonic. And you can do the minor. The minor says take the 5 and go to the 6 instead. And that way it's like a C going to a C6. A C6 is actually a first inversion A minor, and that's the only adjustment we're going to make to get all 3 minors. Alright, so let's look at our minors. I think we're going to do like an extra long lesson today because it's Saturday. Thank goodness it's Saturday. And I already voted, so I'm done with that. When I helped my dad vote, I'm done with that. And my mom's not voting. At age 96, I think she doesn't really care who wins the election. So I think it's a win-win. Maybe I'm wrong.